Hey guys, it's me again. I wanted to make this video real quick. As you can see, I'm still at work. So, a little thought to me that came to my head, and I thought, what does it mean to actually, start making the right decisions? Going out, doing some good activities, and working the best you can. A lot of decisions could break your heart. And a lot of good decisions you made also reflect on who you are and what you go through in life. It's not about the fact that you're just working, that just earn an honest living. It's not just about that. It's also about, trying to keep yourself together. Also bettering yourself, grooming yourself. For me, a lot of things that I did in life, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do make a lot of mistakes. Looking back on it, I have done some bad habits, and yeah, I've been through a lot lately, and yeah, I take a lot of blame for the things I've done that were wrong, and some of the blames I just don't commit because it's not always my fault, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I will admit, looking back on it, I cannot ever hold a relationship. Yes, sometimes I can be a very, very defensive. And just, it always acts like that. And yeah, I won't lie, I do act negative. I do act like a jerk sometimes, but at the same time, it's all of me being defensive. And it's just like what my cousins would tell me. Like, they told me I should loosen up. They tell me I should, start, thinking positive, not negative. I mean, I try my best to think positive, but every time I try, there's a lot of negativity around the world, and it's the it's the negative hormones in the air, and it's it's like making me feel nauseous in the mind. And yes, it always gets me to do certain things that I don't like doing. So, like I said before, a lot of things I try to do that were right, it's coming in, smoothly. And I'll admit, like I said earlier, I do make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes, but I try to make up for them in the long run. But it's never easy because the decisions I try to make that are good, they do come up well, but sometimes they also backfire because it's like what my cousins tell me. They tell me that not every plan I do goes accordingly. And yes, plans do backfire, yes. But not all of them backfire because if you're putting your mindset to it, if you're putting effort and trying to get everything done, it's good. And yes, there are times that it could go well, but at the same time, they don't. So, like I said, I admit I've done wrong. I admit I was a fool and I did bad habits. But I'm not gonna list down on what bad habits I did because then that's gonna let everyone know that I've done something terrible. So basically, I have made some bad habits and did, I'm just gonna say adult rated things, but and no, it's not about like what I did on the dark side of social media, no. But it's actually in person, so it's better to leave it like that. But like I said, it's better to reflect on your actions, learn from your mistakes, and press on forward in life. So, all these past mistakes I did were actually bad habits, and right now I'm trying to sort them all out just by not repeating the same bad habits and making the same mistakes. All I can do right now is just press forward and move on, and right now I'm actually doing well so far. So basically, I want to let y'all know that I'm still going to be uploading some more videos on YouTube. But however, if I'm actually busy throughout the weekends or the weeks, I'll think of something. Okay, I'll bring up a video that will probably, be either video gaming or a more life discussion video. So basically, all I'm going to say is right now that this video is not about making mistakes. It's about reflecting on your past mistakes and learning to turn the negative energy into a positive outcome. So yeah, make sure you guys be careful what you say or do to other people. Remember, reap what you sow. What happens, what you do to that person in the wrong way, will also happen to you in a wrong way as well. It's not about getting revenge on the people who hurt you or you hurting them. It's better to actually think about the consequences of your actions. I think about the consequences of my actions. And yes, it did leave me brokenhearted. It did make me go through some breakups. And yes, it did hurt me. And yes, it did do a lot of damage to me. But I was able to look past it and realize that it's not always going to be bright. It's not always going to be so diabolical. It's not always going to be some idiotic thing that's going to be going on. See, just the best thing you could ever do is learn about your past mistakes. It doesn't matter how many times you make those mistakes. Sometimes you have to think about the positive outcome in life. Either you have a mental disability, either you had a dark history in your family or with your friends or anything. It doesn't matter if your family or friendship circle is broken, or if you've gone through a breakup, or if you're going through something like that. Sometimes you have to think on the positive outcome in life. It's better to think positive, not negative. I had these lessons from some of my classmates back in the day, but I didn't forget. I still remember. So yeah, just remember, learn to reflect on what you've done wrong, and eventually good things will happen in the long run. It's just like what my sisters say. Bad things do happen, but good things will follow. Sometimes you just gotta learn to keep up hope. You just gotta keep praying and hoping for a good life. Don't just sit there and waddle in fear. Don't let it control you. Sometimes you gotta learn to accept reality of what it is. Yes, it's okay to feel afraid to growing up. Yes. I know a lot of us are, afraid of growing up, and because we'll pass away. Yes, it's true. It's a harsh truth, yes. But have you ever stopped to think about the more you do grow up, the easier you get wiser, and the easier your life will be if you learn to focus on yourself? And that's a good outcome. The chance to grow from all this is out of positive energy. It's about how you can better yourself. Learn to self-improve, learn to love yourself. Self-love. Okay? I'll see you guys in some later videos. Later.